but they're still not done here. Ball ding-ting, back post.
Oh shit! We are getting smacked up on Sunday. We're getting smacked up on Sunday, man. What the f is that defending? Why is the guy stood on the line on his own? Akanji, Rico, why are you not tracking it?
Edison's come out of his goal. No way. Cross back post, it's gonna be, it's 3.
We are dead.
Wow. Wow.
Through! No! Oh my god! Oh my god! What the hell is that high line? What are we doing? What are we playing at, man? What are we playing at? What is going on at this football club, man? We're in crisis. Anyone says that we're not in a crisis needs to give their head a wobble. If you want to go and support a team in League 2, go and support a League 2 team.
Hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. This is the Fan Channel review. You know how we do, with a little City collapse or two. Let's jump into LB here.
Ball, win the second ball. They've got the ball back. Feyenoord. What's this high line? Oh my god!
What's this high line? It's how you do. With a pep meltdown or two.
Drew! No!
Yes!
Fucking stupid twats, man! What the fuck is that high line? You fucking idiots! Oh my god! Oh my god! What the hell is that high line?
Free! Oh no, man!
What are we doing? What are we doing? Are you being serious?
Very
What
serious.
the hell is that tactics, man? It's the 90th minute of the game and we're sat on the halfway line. What are we playing at, man? What are we playing at?
I'm not going to lie, it's a thing of beauty, LB. I'm loving it. We're loving it.
What is going on at this football club, man? We're in fucking crisis. Anyone says that we're not in a crisis needs to give their head a fucking wobble.
LB's right. They are in proper crisis. The fact that we're 3-0 up, cruising. The first team, if you didn't hear it last night on the Fan Highlight Show, first team in Champions League history ever to be leading by 3 goals or more in the 75th minute and not to win the game. It is officially the biggest, most devastating collapse in the history of the tournament. It just is. 15 minutes to go, 3-0 up. We've seen 3-0 leads brought back over 45 minutes, over 50 minutes, over 60 minutes, over 2 legs. Never in the last 15 minutes of a game. And it's painful, but it has led to some really interesting calls here. Take a listen to what this Manchester City fan has had to say. Stay with us. Hit the like button, by the way. Make sure you're subscribing. Get all that done now. Strap yourselves in.
They were dropping out the top 4. I don't want the same thing with Pep Guardiola. I said it last year that we should look to Ancelotti. That's what we should have done. And that's not taking nothing away from Pep. He's the best we could have ever had.
So what do you mean, look at Ancelotti? What do you mean by that?
Well, Ancelotti, for example, he's a bit like Fergie, the way, and I hate to say his name, but in terms of how he can rebuild teams after teams.
He's not going to City, is he? If he's not leaving Real Madrid to go to City, is he?
Why wouldn't he?
You joking me?
No, 100%. Like,
sorry, you think? Sorry, sorry, Anthony. I don't want to misquote you. Are you saying that Ancelotti could have left Real Madrid to go to Manchester City? Is that what you're saying?
I think so, yeah. I definitely think so. He'd have had more spending
Your wheels
power.
have come off, Anthony.
No, he'd have had more spending power, and I think he'd have been to rebuild.
What are you talking about, though, Ed? Why are you even talking about looking at a new manager? You won the Premier League last season.
Yeah, but like, look at the state this season now. This is exactly what.
City fans calling for the sacking of Pep Guardiola after going winless in 6. But he's better than Fergie. And if he's better than Fergie, then he's better than Ancelotti. And the one thing that's been dismissed by Manchester City fans for a long time is, Fergie rebuilding great teams is a nothing. We got 100 points. We did a 4-peat. Fergie never did, therefore he's better. The first sign of adversity, got to get him out. He can't recover from this position. Now, granted, Fergie was never in a slump like this during a winning period. He had some moments where he had some downturn at Man United, but never like this. He was never scratching his balls on television. And City fans are panicking here. Their wheels are falling off. But are the wheels falling off of Pep Guardiola? I want to get your opinions on this because we all saw the state of his face last night. It looks like he's been in a ruck, bruv. It looks like he's gone into that dressing room and he's grabbed hold of Haaland and Haaland's given him a dig or two. There's been some scraping. But his face is all scratched up, chunk out of his nose. Looks like he's all bruised up. This is what he had to say when he was questioned by journalists.
Hi, Pep. Sorry to go off topic, but you've got
First of all, why is there spit in his mouth at that point? The man's losing it, bruv.
a cut, and apparently some others.
Yeah. With my finger here. With my nail.
I shouldn't laugh.
That's fine.
I want
to know.
I want to hurt myself, yeah.
That laugh, bruv. You ever seen No Country for Old Men? The guy that goes around with the little cattle thing, killing people. That's who he reminded me of. I want to harm myself. Listen, you shouldn't really be joking about harming yourself. Not in 2024. That is wrong. However, I'm not going to make this. The man is harming himself. And I don't mean it in... there's a risk to his life. I don't mean it in that way, so please don't misquote me. I understand scratching a bit hard once and cutting yourself, and you go, I'm going to calm down a little bit. We've all caught our now on our skin at something. I had a little scab on here, and I was itching it, and I started bleeding. I was like, oh, God. But then I stopped scratching it, right? He has continued scratching his head, pulling his face. That ain't normal. That's not healthy. It really isn't healthy. And the thing for me is, it's 6 games winless. It's probably going to go on to be 7 games winless this weekend against Liverpool. But he is genuinely losing it. Taking chunks of your skin out, scratching the top of your head, that really isn't a good look. I mean, and I will say this, I don't want to pile on the man, but the media have got to ask more questions. City have got to step in here and ask questions as well, because there are millions of young people that watch Man City, love Man City, look up to this man as an idol. That can't be the type of energy and behaviour that they want to see. Taking chunks out yourself and then joking that they want to self-harm. Like, that's a madness, in my personal opinion. But as ever, look, I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your feelings. I want to get your opinions on this. Now, moving on to AFTV. Obviously, Arsenal won magnificently last night against Sporting Lisbon. Let's take a little listen here to Robbie.
Sporting got smoked. Sporting got smoked today, man. And you know, as I said, we locked off Gyökeres. Because a lot of people was looking at this game to see what is he going to do to Arsenal. And as I said, I'm not looking on it and saying he's no good. I would still like to see a player like that at Arsenal. I still think it would be a good signing if we was managed to get him. But I think what he learnt tonight is that when you come up against them elite, sort of centre-backs in Gabriel and in Saliba, and you can put Timber in there as well, you have a hard night. You're not going to breeze past these players.
But this is very true. And look, Gyökeres didn't have a great game last night, but I've seen a lot of single game analysis from people. This proves he ain't that good. But I thought Gabriel and Saliba were the best 2 centre-backs in the world as a partnership. And if they are, and they gave a really good striker a little change, I wouldn't even be talking Gyökeres down. I would be talking about it. I mean, if you're literally saying we need a striker that makes our centre-backs look bad, I mean, how often in the last, say, 7 or 8 years has Van Dijk been made to look bad by a striker? you can probably count on one hand the amount of times he's been made to look bad or been done throughout a 90-minute period by a striker. Even in games where strikers have got the better of him, you'll probably find that he wins the majority of his duels and nullifies them for large parts. I think, not so much by Robbie, but I think there's been a lot of over-analysis on Victor Gyökeres because of one game, where, by the way, he had a shot that hit the post. He created some openings and opportunities for his teammates. If they'd have taken them better, he'd have been getting loads of accolades. So I don't think it was a game where he was completely invisible. He wanted the ball. He just came up against an Arsenal team on absolute fire, in my humble opinion.
Noise around this Gyökeres, and everyone's saying, you've got to, Arsenal have got to sign him. They have to sign this guy. And I'm looking at it. I haven't seen much of him. I've seen...
Probably should stop talking then. If you haven't watched him play and you're just going off this one game,
him live now, and people talk about him being Premiership ready. Well, no. Championship ready may be, but not Premiership ready. He didn't look the player that the noise has been. And
There's a lot of Arsenal fans that really want Gyökeres, and you're just
Championship ready. I mean, the guy is scoring goals consistently in the Champions League. I would say that the top level of the Portuguese league is better than the Championship, and he's killing it there. He's been in the Championship and done very well, so I think he's moved beyond that level. It's just disrespectful, Julian. Arsenal have won, basking that glory. This also could come back to bite you on the arse. He could become an Arsenal player. You put this energy out there. And I believe in being honest. I don't necessarily think Julian's being honest here. I think what he is doing is shitting on someone unnecessarily. This video clip could age like milk in the sun if Gyökeres is signed. It really, really could. I just wouldn't say it. I wouldn't do it. I would personally be keeping my powder very, 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 very dry indeed. Let's take a look here at Chelsea Fan TV. They were doing a hate-along or a pray-along last night for the Arsenal game. Let's take a little listen.
I don't mind them.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Offside?
Nope.
Nah, that ain't going to be offside.
The disappointment because Kai haven't scored.
Yep, locked into PSG we go. Cool. Cool, say less. Sporting, thank you, but...
They locked it off. They went to a different game.
That Amarin effect really
Boom.
Like that.
There we are, guys.
Big up Lewis and big up Chelsea Fan TV. And it must be Lewis's channel, actually. It might be Chelsea Fan TV, to be fair. But I saw this clip on Twitter, and I just thought, it's so funny. Petty... But I understand it. I get it. I get the language. Do you know what I'm saying? We've all been there. We've all done it. When I didn't make content for a living, the amount of times I put a game on, like the sporting game, a team would go 2 or 3-0 up and I'd turn it off. I would turn it off. Champions League final, Liverpool versus AC Milan. 3-0 to Milan. I sort of turned it off going, there's no point watching it anymore. It's over. It's done. Finished. Laughing about it. And then the comeback happened. I wish I'd never turned it fucking back on. Listen, hit the like and the share button for us. Make sure you are subscribing. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you. Straight facts, 3 p.m. UK time. Let's go.